Attention, Star Cadets! Stand by for action! Captain Paxar says prepare to travel time and soar through space while facing the worst villains of the past and the future. Stand by for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour.
Greetings, Star Cadets! I, Captain Paxar, am speaking to you from the secret headquarters of the Interdimensional Peace Force. Today's special mission is as follows. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, answers a distress call from a space station and discovers a deadly plot to conquer the universe. Stand by for action as Rocky Jones discovers the Forbidden Moon.
Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Forbidden Moon, Chapter 1.
Thank you, Marshal. This is Office of Space Affairs. Office of Space Affairs. Come in, please. Space Station, RV-5. Clark speaking. This is RV-5. Request aid.
Clark, this is Drake. What's wrong?
Situation beyond control.
Listen to me, Clark. Try to tell me what happened.
RV-5. Request aid.
Can you hear me, Clark? Boost audio amplification.
It's at capacity now, sir.
This is Office of Space Affairs, calling Space Station RV-5. Come in. Marshal, get Rocky Jones.
Yes, sir.
What do you make of it?
What could have happened to Clark?
I don't know.
It looks very serious, Rocky.
I agree, sir. RV-5 is our most important link with outer space.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
This may be a trap. Marshal?
Yes, sir.
Special orders. Ground all spaceships.
Mr. Secretary, contact with RV-5 just went dead. All communications severed.
Have a ship prepared for blast off at once.
Yes, sir. We're ready, sir. And so's the orbit jet. Right?
Right.
In case you can't land on the space station, Dina, you could set up operational headquarters over here.
We'll do that, sir.
However, I would prefer your immediate return to Earth.
Mr. Secretary, I've decided to resign from the Space Rangers.
Why, Bobby?
If I can't go on a troubleshoot mission, I guess it don't amount to much.
You amount to a great deal, Bobby, to all of us. That's why you're staying here.
Why, Bobby understands, Mr. Secretary. Don't you, Bobby?
I suppose so.
That's fine. And now, Professor, there's a question regarding the distance between these two possible objectives. whether you can remain in communication with this office. However, I think with your...
-5, sir.
Rocky, on a troubleshoot mission, you never know what you'll run into. Please be careful.
I will, sir.
And come back, all of you, safely.
Well, we always have.
Ready for blast-off, sir, but the professor's missing.
The last I saw him, he was looking for Bobby to tell him goodbye. Well, here's the professor now.
I can't find the boy anywhere. He must have taken it pretty hard.
No Space Ranger likes to be grounded, but he'll get over it.
Well, take good care of him for me, won't you, Drake?
Sure will, Professor.
All the supplies and emergency equipment aboard?
Yes, sir.
Good. Switch on blast-off synchronizer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, Rocky.
Switch on blast-off synchronizer.
How's it going, boys?
Fine, now that you're here.
We just left Earth's magnetic field. Won't be long now.
What's the professor up to?
His usual afternoon nap. Rocky, if we're out of Earth's magnetic field, we must be flying backwards. Take a look at those instruments.
Jumping Jupiter, this can't be.
It isn't. We're out of the magnetic field, all right. Something's wrong with the instruments.
But they were all double-checked before blast-off.
Secure. Vina, warn the professor. Winky, you stay at the controls. This may be sabotage.
Aye, aye.
All the magnetic instruments have been reversed. Something wrong in the aft section. Don't leave the controls, Winky.
Right.
Stay in your seats. All right, I've got you covered. Come on out of there. You heard me.
Bobby.
Well, looks like we've got a stowaway.
I'm sorry, Rocky, but it just wasn't fair. I've always been on your team.
What's that you've got?
Oh, a piece of quartz from my planetary rock collection.
Quartz. Of course. That's what reversed the instruments. Get going, Bobby.
Bobby!
Bobby!
Relax, Winky. Come on in here.
So, you're here.
Bobby!
There's your saboteur, and here's his secret weapon. This is a piece of quartz. And if I remember correctly, quartz contains bismuth, and bismuth acts as a magnet.
You're right, Rocky. And I may add, the bismuth becomes a powerful magnet when it's removed from the magnetic field of the Earth.
So that's what happened to the instruments. Bobby, boy, are we glad to see you.
Now, let me repeat. Estimated time of arrival is 14:20. Professor, Vina, Bobby, you stay aboard while Winky and I go on reconnaissance. These are my orders, Bobby. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, return to your post.
XB2 to space station RV5. Come in, please. Come in, RV5. Do you read me? Place is dead or no gypsy moon, Rocky. Not a sign of life.
Don't be too sure, Winky. We may be expected.
Yeah, it could be you're right. They wrecked the communication system, but they made sure that the magnetic coupler was left on.
Switch on visiograph.
Look, Rocky, there's a spaceship moored in the station. A reception committee.
Yes, and we're the guests of honor. No mark of identification. This spells trouble, and plenty of it. Well, Winky, you like parties? Looks like we're going to have one.
Yeah.
The other ship's through there. Let's take a look inside.
Wow. Who pushed us? I don't think they like us, or is this some new safety device?
I doubt it. That ship's radioactive. I'm going inside. You get the anti-radiation serum. Make sure everybody's inoculated.
Well, what about you?
Later, not now. Get going, Winky.
Right, sir.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
What's up?
Nobody home. But take a look at this. That spaceship's out of the planet Medina.
Some flight plan. Point of departure, Medina. Destination, unknown. I don't get it.
They're way off their course.
They always have been. The ruler Agar's always had a chip on his shoulder.
We better stop guessing about that spaceship and find out.
Look, Rocky, before you go anyplace around here, you're going to let Professor Newton give you some of that anti-radiation serum. We've all had it now, so come on.
All right.
Searched half the space station, and all we find is destruction.
Whoever wrecked the other equipment left this room untouched. Air generator in perfect condition, oxygen supply intact. Somebody's still here. The man's got to breathe. Open up! All right, Winky, stand clear. Well, he's still alive. Get the professor.
Aye, sir.
Will he be all right, Professor?
Well, I don't know, Rocky. You see, this man is more than unconscious. He's in a coma. My diagnosis indicates a paralysis of the cortex of the brain. There's little I can do until I learn the cause.
You mean you don't know?
Well, this much I do know. This type of paralysis is often due to exposure by radiation. To cure it, I must know the specific radiation that's responsible.
It's lucky we took the serum, or we'd all be in that condition.
Yeah.
Now, I shall need my equipment, Rocky, especially the Geiger counters.
Certainly, Professor. Oh, Vina. Vina!
Vina Ray reporting.
We need radiation detection equipment urgently. We're in the space station control room. Proceed with caution.
Yes, Rocky.
And Vina, under no circumstances is Bobby to leave the ship. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you needn't worry, Rocky. Bobby will never again disobey you. He promised me.
Good. Say, Winky, those astrophone recordings may give us a lead. We forgot the monitor.
Now we're getting someplace.
Medina spaceship to RV-5. Space station RV-5. Come in, RV-5. Medina spaceship to RV-5.
RV-5 to Medina spaceship. Clark speaking.
I have a crippled ship. Can you pull me in by magnet?
Sure thing, just hold on. What are you doing in this neck of the woods?
Never mind, just do your job.
That's what I'm here for. Here we go.
There's more.
Calling Medina. Calling Medina. Come in, please.
That voice sounds familiar.
This is Medina. Mannion speaking. Who wants us?
Get my sister Yara immediately. This is Agar.
Immediately, sir.
Yara and Agar. There's a pair of troublemakers.
It's Yara I'm worried about. She's the one who rules Medina. Agar is just a figurehead.
Oh, the big sister act, huh? He does what she says.
Agar, where have you been? I want a report.
You'll get it. Listen to this, Yara. I found the secret that will make us and Medina rulers of the universe. The key to the most tremendous weapon ever known to mankind.
And what is this mysterious weapon, Agar?
I'll tell you when I get there. Send a ship immediately. I'm at space station RV-5.
What happened to your ship?
It's damaged. I had a forced landing on the Forbidden Moon, but I managed to blast off and get as far as space station RV-5.
Forbidden Moon? That's out of bounds. No one's ever returned from there.
Well, I did. That's where I found the secret.
I'll send a ship for you, Agar. Out.
Well, we sure missed connections with this guy Agar, didn't we?
Yes, it looks like it. Winky, I want that astrophone repaired. We've got to reestablish communication with Earth.
Right away, sir.
Professor, I'm going to the Medina spaceship to see what I can find out.
You go ahead, Rocky. And by the time you get back, I may have the answer to this radiation problem.
Good.
Stay where you are.
Hello, Agar. I see you're still with us.
Any objections?
On the contrary, I've been wanting to talk to you.
Go ahead.
I don't like talking across a gun.
I do when I'm talking to a tall man. Pulls him down to my size, sort of evens the score. Or does it? All you have is muscles, but I have brains and this to back it up.
Now, come on now, Agar. Stop playing hero.
Playing hero? Making fun of me because I'm small. You don't have to be big to be a hero. I mean business.
So do I.
Clark, I'm convinced your paralysis is only temporary. You can hear me, so please listen carefully. You have nothing to be afraid of. I haven't been able as yet to determine what sort of radiation affected you, but you must have faith in science. It's only a matter of time. You're taking it wonderfully, Clark. Now, I can assure you the anti-radiation serum I've given you will protect you until I've found the ray.
What's happening?
The Medina ship. I thought it was damaged.
It's Rocky. In the orbit, yes.
I won't bite you.
Children should speak only when spoken to.
I'm not a child. I'm a space ranger. Who are you?
I am Agar, ruler of Medina, soon supreme ruler of the universe.
That's a mouthful.
You're a space ranger, all right. Just big talk. Muscle-bound fools.
That's not talk. Rangers have good manners. They're not bullies. They don't act like you.
Don't they?
I know what's wrong with you. You're like Corky. He's a kid in my school. Always picking a fight with me. He knows I won't hit him because he's smaller.
Why, you...
Go ahead. You're bigger than me.
Well, I fixed the communication generator, but I can't make the astrophone work up here.
Oh, Winky, you must make it work. We've got to get through to Earth. With Rocky gone, it's our only chance.
Now, Vina. Remember, a good space ranger never gives up hope.
Thank heavens you're here. I thought you were on the ship. Where's Bobby?
But we thought he was with you on the ship.
He's on the ship, all right, but not with me.
What do you mean?
He's with our pal Agar. Bobby's on a ship with Death.
Better give us the facts, Rocky.
Yes. I suppose finding this was a lucky break. It's the log of the Medina spaceship. A record of Agar's deadly treasure hunt.
What does it say, Rocky?
Date of entry, October 16th. Spaceship rocket trouble. Closest planet, Forbidden Moon. Attempted forced landing, landing successful. Leaving ship to repair damage. Date of entry unknown. Lost consciousness after leaving ship. Cause strong radiation penetrating spacesuit. Regained consciousness. Rapid paralysis, breathing difficult. Unable to reach ship and supplies. Consumed leaf from plant to relieve thirst. Sudden recovery. Summary after completion of radiation tests. Discovered new type of cosmic radiation on Forbidden Moon. Its penetrating power first paralyzes, then kills. Leaves of unknown plant cured me and made me immune from radiation.
Why, that man is walking death.
What about us? And poor Bobby.
Well, our anti-radiation shots are still holding out, but who knows for how long. And time, Rocky, time is of the essence.
I'll get this astrophone fixed.
And I'll try to repair Agar's spaceship. We've got to go to Medina and find Bobby. And Agar must be isolated, or he'll contaminate and destroy his own people.
Hey, Rocky, I'm getting through to Earth. RV-5 calling Office of Space Affairs.
Order Space Disaster Squad. Decontamination crew and equipment. Keep all spaceships grounded. Space station unsafe and out of bounds.
This is the RV-5 calling Office of Space Affairs.
Office of Space Affairs to RV-5. Come in, please.
I read you. This is Space Station RV-5.
Well done, Star Cadets! The first phase of our mission was a rousing success! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment!
Welcome back, Star Cadets. I, Captain Paxar, will now brief you on the second phase of our special mission. Rocky Jones and crew must pursue the evil Agar of Medina when he steals Rocky's orbit jet with little Bobby aboard. Stand by for action as Rocky Jones discovers the Forbidden Moon.
Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Forbidden Moon, Chapter 2. Rocky Jones, his spaceship, the Orbit Jet, had been stolen by Agar, the ruler of Medina. Rocky is now in Agar's ship on his way to search for the Orbit Jet and little Bobby, who was taken prisoner.
Why don't you take a rest, Rocky? You must be tired.
I wouldn't dare. This old boxcar needs watching. It's a far cry from the Orbit Jet.
Do you think we'll make it, Rocky? What will happen to Bobby if we don't?
Got to make it, or mankind is doomed, and Bobby with it.
I must have slept 3 hours. Oh, boy, did I have a nightmare.
What about Winky?
Agar, headman of the Forbidden Moon, Medina. Seems he conquered the world by means of a deadly cosmic radiation, but became so contaminated that he destroyed the whole universe, including himself.
Winky, your nightmare will be actual history, unless we get to him first.
That Orbit Jet spaceship came in handy. It will get us to the Forbidden Moon in no time.
Maybe. But what about the boy? He'll be nothing but trouble.
What could I do? He came with the ship.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't want to come here.
What is your name, boy?
Bobby.
Untie him. What's the matter? Are you afraid of him?
If you weren't my sister,
Go on. Ever since Zeno threatened to overthrow you as ruler, you've been scared of your own shadow.
Has he stirred up any more trouble?
Some. But we can handle him. You're at liberty to look around. Under guard. Lander. Stay with the boy. He's not to leave the grounds. Those are my orders.
Who runs this place? Women?
Why, that little runt.
Really, Agar, he's only a boy. Now, Agar, you said that deadly cosmic radiation you found on the Forbidden Moon will give us supremacy over the universe. But how? How will you use it?
Don't you realize, Yara, that this cosmic force is stronger than anything known to science? There's no defense against it. Any planet or its people exposed to it will perish. We will destroy mankind by pushing a button.
But are you sure the plant you found will give full immunity?
It worked for me. I'm safe and alive. The only man ever to return from the Forbidden Moon.
That means we alone will be immune. We and no one else.
What a sense of power, holding the key of life and death.
We're not holding it yet. Not until we've stored up this force and our protection against it. The plant leaf serum. How soon can we leave for the Forbidden Moon?
The Orbit Jet's ready. We're going in it.
Our plans must be kept secret. Are you sure no one knows of your discovery?
Of course not. Do you think I'm a fool?
I know you're a braggart. And I'm taking no chances. You're to issue an all-out alert.
There's Medina, dead ahead.
Agar did a good job of wrecking the communication system. I guess he never dreamed we'd get this thing to fly.
Take positions. Secure for landing.
What's he doing with that anti-spaceship gun?
Agar's orders. We're on an all-out alert.
Are you expecting somebody?
You ask too many questions, boy.
Looks like you've got a visitor.
Calling Rotasium headquarters. Captain Orlan speaking.
This is Agar. What's the trouble?
Unidentified spaceship sighted. Request orders.
Tell them to contact ship and give warning.
Instruct approaching craft. Landing prohibited.
Yes, sir. Medina defense post to unknown spaceship. Come in. Medina defense post to approaching spaceship. Come in. Come in. They refuse to answer. Do not land on this planet.
We'll have to land by altimeter, Winky.
Yes, sir. Boy, I can't wait to tell that Agar off. It's a good thing the astrophone's dead.
We'll both tell him off. In person.
Captain Orlan, sir. Unknown craft refuses to acknowledge order.
Tell them to open fire.
All right, Winky. We're about to complete final ellipse. Prepare for landing.
Agar, here we come.
Final warning. We're shooting if you continue to land.
Don't shoot! That's your own ship! What's the matter? Don't you recognize one of your own ships?
You fool! Why didn't you fire?
It's one of ours, sir. It's a Medina ship.
I know that, but you had your orders. You'll be thrown in prison for this. What do we do, Yara? That's my ship.
You said you left it at the space station. Out of commission.
I did? How did they ever fix it? What do we do?
We start to undo some of your clumsy mistakes. Give orders to arrest all aboard that ship and have them brought here immediately. Why have you come here to Medina?
We came to save you and your people from death and disaster, spread by your brother.
What stupidity. Do you expect us to believe such a story?
The story happens to be fact.
Perhaps I can explain. As a scientist, do you realize that you're contaminated with cosmic radiation? And that although you have made yourself immune, every living thing you touch will perish?
I've had enough of this. Throw them in prison.
Hold it, Agar. I want to hear more. What do you suggest we do, Professor?
We have been inoculated with anti-radiation serum. It has protected us temporarily, but it will wear off. Now, Agar must be isolated. We must inoculate you and the people of Medina at once to keep you safe.
That'll give us time to go to the Forbidden Moon for the cure and find the plant that made Agar immune.
So that's your game. You know about the cure. This is a trick to get away and to seize the power for themselves. Surely you can't believe all this. You can't doubt your own brother.
I don't. Lander, take these people to prison and place them under heavy guard. All of them. Except the boy. He's our hostage.
You're risking the lives of all your people.
My people will rule the universe.
Yes, Agar. From their graves.
We've got to do something about Agar. If we don't move fast, Medina's doomed.
Yeah, but there's not much we can do sitting here in prison.
what's got meat in it.
Thank you, Milo. You're a real gentleman.
Oh, it's nothing. Little girl's got to eat.
Well, Vina, I see you haven't lost your touch any.
Oh, it's nothing.
Say, that gives me an idea. We've got to get out of here, but we must pick up Bobby. Now, if we had someone on the inside...
Uh-huh.
Oh, Milo. Yoo-hoo. Can I see you a minute? Wasn't it sweet of Milo to give me his extra uniform?
Yeah, it's a perfect fit.
There's a good chance you'll get through. It's a dark night.
Be sure and keep that pretty mouth of yours shut, or they'll think Milo's voice is changing.
All right, let's synchronize our watches.
I have 2000.
Right. Now, according to Milo, by 2030, Bobby will be on the Rotasium grounds taking his evening walk. So you have until exactly 2050 to get there, pick up Bobby, and meet us at the orbit jet. We're blasting off at 2100.
We'll be there.
I want to go to prison.
Why?
Because that's where my friends are.
Well, being in prison is no fun.
If they can take it, so can I. Besides, well, they'd do the same for me. Don't you have any friends like that?
No. I've never met anybody I could trust.
You must be awful lonely. I guess you need a friend.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
You mean I can trust you?
Why don't you try?
All right, I will. For the next 24 hours, you're on your own. No more guard for you.
Well, gee, thanks.
But remember, don't leave the ground.
I won't. Vina, how did you ever get in here?
Same way we're going to get out. Right through that gate. We better hurry. We've got 10 minutes till blast off.
You'll never make it. I wouldn't think of losing my only friend. Guard!
Professor, if Vina and Bobby aren't here in 15 seconds more, we'll have to leave without them. Winky, you stand by here. Keep under cover. See what you can find out.
Don't worry, Rocky. I'll get to him somehow.
All right, let's go.
Keep them covered. I'm rather hurt you boys would leave without saying goodbye. What's the matter? Don't you like our hospitality? Take them away. in here.
You've got to see my friends. Agar's gonna have them killed. What's the matter? Are you sick?
Thank you, Lander. It's nothing. I want to speak to the boy. Alone.
You are sick, aren't you? It's the radiation.
Are you sure?
Come on, we better get you to Professor Newton. Quick!
Zeno, Yara has fallen victim to this mysterious illness, and there are many cases reported all over Medina.
This is our chance to take over Landor. We'll convince the people of Medina that if they want to survive, they must get rid of Agar. Let's get started at once.
Well, the serum is beginning to take effect. Yes, I'm quite sure it will stave off paralysis.
You've saved my life. I'll do anything you ask if you'll also save the people of Medina.
All right. I think you mean that. Now, Agar must be isolated. And we must give the serum to all the people of Medina to protect them until we return from the Forbidden Moon.
Yes, of course. Agar must be isolated. I'll attend to him first and then organize the inoculation.
Good.
Bobby, come with me. I need your strength. Milo?
Where have you been?
In my room.
Don't lie to me. I've had you followed.
I don't need protection. I can take care of myself.
No doubt. Get rid of the boy. I want to talk to you.
Wait outside, Bobby. But don't go away.
I won't.
Too bad he won't be around after tomorrow.
Oh, yes, he will.
I've just signed the execution orders for the crew of the Orbit Jet, including the boy. They'll be carried out at sunrise.
And the people of Medina are next. They're already condemned by you.
What are you talking about?
You're a menace, Agar. A menace of death. And I'm your first victim.
So that's your scheme. That's what you're plotting with your Earth friends in prison.
I wonder how you'll feel when the people around you start dying like flies until nobody's left except you. You'll be master of the universe, all right. All by yourself.
You're lying. It's one of your fiendish tricks to get me out of the way.
You've never been more right. You'll be out of the way. I'm having you isolated.
You're having me isolated. That's very funny. Who runs Medina anyway, you or me? I'm the ruler here.
Oh, no, you're not, Agar. You're through.
I'll throw you in prison with the rest of your friends where you belong. Landor! 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 Why isn't he here?
You're through, Agar. And everybody in Medina knows it.
It's Zeno, at military headquarters. And Landor with my staff officers. The traitor.
You're the traitor, Agar, not Landor. The people of Medina made me their spokesman, and your military officers here are ready to stand by me.
What is all this, Yara? What do they want?
You.
Well, do something. Talk to them. They'll listen to you.
All right, Agar. I'll talk to Zeno on one condition. You free the Earth people so they can help us get the cure from the Forbidden Moon.
Yes, all right. Anything you say.
What do you want, Zeno?
The people demand the truth about the rumor that Agar is the carrier of a deadly disease.
It's only a rumor.
Also, a number of people have fallen victim to a strange illness no one can explain. You're the only one who has recovered.
If these cases had been reported to me, they would have received the same care as I. I will issue serum to them immediately.
How do we know it'll work? The people want proof.
Tell them it worked on me. That should be proof enough. If not, you'll find me here, ready to face the consequences.
You heard what she said. We'll be here.
All right, Agar. I kept my end of the bargain. What about yours?
Of course. I'm to free the Earth people?
That's right.
I'm afraid I can't oblige, Yara.
But you promised.
You didn't think I'd be fool enough to keep that promise?
You're a monster. You let your people die for the sake of personal victory?
Not at all. I've changed my mind about the execution. We're going to the Forbidden Moon, all right, but you and your friends will be under guard. While we're there, I'll make good use of the professor's scientific knowledge. Besides getting the plant serum, I'll make him store up enough cosmic energy to give me the weapon to force the rest of the planets to their knees.
You and your watchdogs, Orlan and Beryl, the only people on the entire planet of Medina who are still loyal to you. Agar, supreme ruler of the universe.
Inside.
How soon are we ready for blastoff?
When the equipment's loaded.
Including you and your playmates.
I hope you boys don't object to our company. You like us once you get to know us.
Oh, I must check my equipment as it comes aboard.
Permission granted. You'll find me very easy to deal with.
Then perhaps you'll agree that someone must supervise the loading. You see, my instruments are exceedingly delicate. Aren't they, Rocky?
The success of this trip depends upon the efficiency of our equipment.
That's right. Well, you go down and watch the loading. We'll go along and watch you. Easy with that crate.
Andor, the people should know that Agar is running out on them.
He knew he couldn't stop the epidemic.
And that serum story Yara told is nothing but a lie.
Oh, come on. We'll stop him if we have to blow up that ship.
Hold them off. They don't want us to leave. They'll destroy the ship. You're all right, Rocky. But don't let winning that fight throw you. You may have the muscles, but I have the brains. That's why I'm in command here. That's my boy. Just keep your mouth shut and follow orders, and you won't get...
Time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger.
Attention, Star Cadets! We will conclude our Rocky Jones mission next week. The captain will debrief you in a moment when Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour returns.
Mission accomplished, Star Cadets. You've all served with valor and honor. Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, and I, Captain Paxar, of the Interdimensional Peace Force, salute you. You may now stand down until we meet again at the appointed time coordinates, when we will again undertake a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions. Until then, Star Cadets, always remember, keep the peace.